Hello, Sharp Goat followers. How's it going? Welcome to challenge number... I don't even know what this is anymore. Let's check this out for a second because I don't even know. This is challenge number 8. Sharp Goat Photo challenge number 8. Coming up on number 10. What are we going to be doing for number 10? You don't know, but I do. Stay tuned. That's going to be something big. So, in the meantime, I get that I was trying to give you guys a break. I realized that, okay, going back to smartphones may not have been the smartest thing to do. But I figured we needed a break from the DSLR. We've been doing 7 challenges on mostly the DSLR. We started the challenge used to be very open, so you could use anything from a point and shoot to a DSLR to a smartphone, whatever. It didn't matter what you took your photo with as long as you were participating in the challenge, to very DSLR heavy. So I was trying to give people a break and ease back and say, you know what? Just put your DSLR away and apply what you've learned. Take what you've learned with shooting DSLRs and put it towards smartphone photography. I get it. You guys want your DSLRs back. What I heard though is that a lot of people screaming that we want to shoot with DSLRs back and we don't want to be shooting with smartphones anymore. But what I heard was, okay, you guys were challenged. That's the point. So yes, you lose a lot of the manual control when you go back to smartphones. However, there are some apps that give you more manual control than others. So the standard app that comes with your camera, this is why I listed off a bunch in the challenge as suggestions. The standard camera app doesn't allow you to adjust exposure or shutter or any of the controls that we've come to love and be comfortable with. So it's kind of integral, kind of very important to use an app, and most of them are free. Some of them are only a couple bucks, but it makes such an impact on your photography when you have just a little bit of control over that camera. Plus, there are additional accessories. You can get lenses and whatnot. I haven't gotten into that realm there of accessories for the iPhone, and I may just get into that eventually. But the point is, I heard that you guys were challenged, so I feel I've done my job. Let's see how you guys did. First up here is Melanie. Melanie Hughes. Oh my God, that was so bad. Not Melanie, Melissa. This is why I shouldn't do the critiques at this time of night. Melissa, how are you? Okay. I hate it when I get people's names wrong. I always get people's names wrong. It's a thing of mine that I'm trying to beat. I love that Flickr even shows the specific model of phone that you have, and there are ways that the iPhone is left on auto most of the time. Even a lot of apps mostly leave it on auto. You can't adjust things like aperture. However, when you take a picture, it still does choose the aperture and shutter speed and whatnot. So you can see from the information here, iPhone 4S. From the back camera, it tells me whether it's the back camera or the front camera, and also the focal length. So the focal length, but also the aperture that you're set at. So f2.4. So those things are set. Shutter 1/30. So there are ways. There are apps where you can even control and punch in the numbers for full manual shots. But regardless, let's see how we did here. F is for feet. Processed with VSCO Cam with B5 preset. Cool. VSCO Cam is a very popular camera app, and from what I've heard, it's not one that I have on my phone, but it's, hey, let me shut my phone off so it doesn't make any noise and interrupt me. But it is a very popular phone app to take better pictures. And check this out. Okay, awesome black and white shot. This is the cool stuff that you can get with your phone. This is the point, that you're challenged to take pictures of your phone. So you may think, well, I could really do this shot really, really well with DSLR. But think about, you're taking a shot with your phone here. You shouldn't have been able to do this 5 years ago. But look what you're capable with your phone and the processing apps that you have and whatnot. Cool. So this is a good shot. I love how you frame the feet off to the right, so it's in that bar of dark wall there, propped up against the neighboring, I guess, the window. It's a kind of a funny angle. I kind of wish I could either could blow the window out entirely, but you know what? It's a simple black and white. I like simple. I like black and white, so I like this. I like the light hitting your feet, and it pops out the legs and the feet as the subject there. A little distracted by this little chunk of curtain that's poking up, the curtain rod that's poking up here. But otherwise, yeah, I like simple. I like black and white. Cool. B is for Batman. I see a I see a bit of a pattern here. Yeah, he bakes. Batman bakes. Of course he bakes. Pfft, come on, Batman bakes. Batman's the king of baking. It's great. Look at these knives. They're coming out of the Chip-It bag. That was kind of funny. Cool. Okay. Again, fairly simple shot. It's it's kind of fun. It's a kind of a fun moment. Little kid dresses Batman, baking some cookies. Yeah, not the best. Mainly because look at the stage that has been set here. This wall here is a little bit distracting. I would have moved a little bit, even moved yourself a little bit to the left so that the Batman body blocks the outlet. Just look for distracting things like that and try to get rid of them. Try your best to get rid of them. Sometimes you're really confined to where what your environment you're in, but try your best to move around with that kind of stuff. And also, again, this is kind of a candid moment. I'm guessing you didn't stage it, so you don't have that much control. But the Chip-It bag, I would kind of move that a little bit out of the way. For some reason, it just looks weird with the knives coming out. But it's a cute moment. R is for reflections. Oh my god, that's cool. Nice. Very nicely done. And I'm willing to bet that you would not... This would be a struggle to get a shot like this if you... to focus on that part of the image, on the reflection, if you just had the standard camera app. So that is very cool. And I love that because my eye, at first it started up here, like, okay, what am I looking at? Vroom, went down, and then it was one of those, when you see it, you'll shit bricks kind of pictures. Like, it takes a second, but then when you see it, and then there, it connects. Love it. Very good. Awesome. M is for mud. Cool. What's going on here? Doesn't do much for me. There's too much stuff in the way that's between me and him. It's some of the stuff is a little bit too much in the foreground, blocking the view. Not quite sure what he's doing. If he's looking at his reflection in the water, I don't know. That doesn't do much for me. It's technically a good exposure, but is it a good moment? Is it a good picture? I'm gonna go with no. L is for ladybug. Again, very cool. I love that you're doing is that the same thing that you were using before? Yeah. That's like a little magnifying glass. I love that little prop. This picture is awesome. Huge contrast. Because from here, it's a little bit meh. Not much doing it for me. Badoom! This one's very cool. The focus on that ladybug is awesome. The framing of this, where you have it just all the business in the bottom right here, nothing else to confuse or confound or distract. It's great composition. It was a great idea. Plus, I tried taking a picture of a ladybug today, by the way. It was crawling up my window. It was a bitch of a time. Those things do not hold still. I was trying to, maybe I'll toss that into my group as well to show what I was trying to do. I wasn't going to put it as part of my challenge because it didn't really work. But ladybugs are fucking bitches. They're tough. Sorry, Melissa. I hope you don't mind my language. I've had a lot of coffee. Whoa. Okay, face painting, collage. Okay, and I wish I knew which app you use to collage them all together. This is so good. Thank you very much for using this as well. This illustrates a point also with using one of the apps on your phone. That one of the challenges we may be getting to sometime in the future is the ability to tell a story. So a lot of times sometimes one picture doesn't cut it. Sometimes one picture on its own is not enough to fully capture the moment, capture the story, and tell it properly. Sometimes you need 2 or 3 or more, 2, 3, 4, or a series of photos to tell the story. So rather than put them in a row, put them into a collage, put them into a montage. And so this is great. Putting all the process of getting the face paint on the kid here. That's great. Even this one, the finished product, even that centered with the 3 around it would be really cool as well. But this, it tells a story, and that's a cool thing that you can do with one of the apps on your phone. So this one, and it's also kind of a way to save photos, because as you look at the top left one, it's a little out of focus on its own, not a good photo. This one here, better, more in focus. This one here, better, more in focus, better, well composed. And then this one, very nice. So it's kind of a way to save photos, because otherwise these two, they're kind of weak on their own, so they probably wouldn't make the cut. put them together, and even as a collection here, these ones still are kind of weak. This one I probably would have nixed just because usually if I miss focus, it gets the boot right away for me. But this one, you can toss in here, and it's saved because it tells the story. So, and plus that's really killer face paint. Good job. Thank you very much, Melissa. Let's get your name right. Thank you very, very much for submitting for week 8. And good shots. I know that everybody's missing their DSLR, but I can definitely see some of the things that we've learned with the DSLR challenges being applied here. Has improved people's skills dramatically. So thank you very much for demonstrating that, for taking the shots and submitting them in, and we'll see you next time.